Okay, everybody, we are back with a short break. This next game is we're getting down to the wire, so we got the top four tables right now are we've already seen. So you're going to see a little bit of like a replay value there. So, but looks like Greg Shaw, Dennis Reinhardt on the top table, Drew Lichtenstein, Connor Britton are also there at number 2. Cal Aldred, Daniel Amor is 3, Mike Kessling, and Phil Asen are table 4. So, yeah, it's getting there's a nice little log jam up at the top.
Honestly, I kind of enjoy that. Like, it's really going to make this top 2 an interesting to be a fight to get there, which I think is a good thing and keeps it interesting going into it. So
For this game, we're going to have Cal Aldred versus Daniel Amor. We know that Daniel's he's already been on, but again, like I said, Cal has yet to be on. And so we got Thrawn versus
QMC. Looks like Daniel's stayed with the QMC deck he played yesterday in all likelihood. And that was, he played that against B-Fred and his Verge deck and won a real close game.
Yeah, I think was the closest game that we had yesterday. It was the type of a game where whoever made a mistake it was going to cost them.
Yeah, and that was what it came down to, and it was a very close game. So
it looks like Cal's going with Endor Shield, Code Clearance, and Alert My Star Destroyer V. Daniel's going with the 2-star effects. So
computer interface to get him Belden's Eye and the Belden's Eye combo and keeping. I did not see, I think again he managed to not end up with the feels bad of Overseer and Harksef in opening hand. So he's going to get a couple free pulls. There's one free pull out of that. Looks like they're just sort of waiting for maybe the okay to get rolling.
And I want to thank big props to Carl and Mike Pistone. Mike was our first game streamer, and then we just had Carl on. Fortunately, Carl had to leave to go watch his team take on Brian Fred's team in some sort of NFL playoff situation.
Which really seems far less important than, staying and streaming with us, but some people just like watching their team lose. So
not when you have not when you have like a little bit of a competition between Brian and Fred. Like, that's always fun.
I mean, but like Carl's already lost a bet to I believe it was Mike Kessling, and he's going to be wearing Georgia gear at Nationals. Like, does he want to be wearing Bills gear on day 2? Is he? Does he have that much?
He's a glutton for punishment.
Maybe he is. Looks like Cal Endor shielded to pull Thrawn.
There's Kessel.
And is just grabbing all this stuff. I think that's Kashyyyk, actually.
That's Kashyyyk, and he's got Ozzel. Looks like that is your regular 0-drop for forfeit Ozzel.
He must have used his second Endor shield pull on Ozzel and is just going to alert my Star Destroyer for Thrawn on the Chimera. Open-handed the bridge. That's a solid.
Yeah, that's a solid
solid start. Like,
yeah.
Now the question is, where is he going to go with all of this? He's stacking everybody at Bespin?
Right. Yeah, I will. You have to. You have to go hard to Bespin.
I think you do, but I don't love. I know we watched this with the Verge game yesterday. Like, you have to go hard in space, but if you put out too many systems, you give your opponent places to go, and that's hard.
Yes, and I'm agreeing with this. Like, I would rather have seen Cal grab a Lothal site first over the Kashyyyk system. That way, you funnel your opponent into one of the two systems, but you definitely don't want to keep a 0 in your deck.
Yeah, you don't want to keep a 0 in there, and that might be one of those you just don't necessarily have a lot of choice. But you really keeping your opponent in space where you can be and force them to battle you, force them to eat into your battles, is real strong sometimes.
Great.
And not being able to do that is tough. Looks like Joe Olsen got the bye for game 9.
Yeah, that's a surprise.
I mean, you've already had 8 buys offered, and it looked like Joe changed both his decks. He was struggling a little bit, I think. But Joe getting a bye in anything other than the first round has got to be a little bit of a, surprise moment for Joe. Like, that's...
Yeah, I agree. I mean, unfortunately, it looks like the players who are below, in like table 9 and 10 and 11 all have had a bye at this point. So, I mean, it kind of works out that way.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit more surprised to see Chris Werfs and Ryan Saracen at table 8. But then again, it's kind of getting to the point where the pairings are a little weird. So who knows what the standings are right now? I don't think Chris has posted those recently.
Yeah, and that's kind of it. Is I think based on what we saw yesterday, I think the pairings or the standings are real even. Ooh, Cal going with Ray. I feel like that might not have been who he really wanted to drop there. And I wonder if on his search...
Oh, no, that's Daniel.
Daniel, excuse me. I wonder if on his search he realized the docking bay wasn't there. Because you can't just leave Harksef up there, and I don't know that I'd love leaving Harksef anywhere.
Yeah, not when Harksef has very low immunity anywhere except for Bestman. Like, you want to put Harksef up in his Bestman, or you want to land the Overseer and then move Harksef.
Yeah.
But I like Daniel just drawing cards there, not just necessarily deploying somebody.
If he doesn't have the docking bay, unfortunately, he's going to be paying extra for Hark and the Overseer, which feels a little bit bad as he gets Watering Hole out right away. So, is he going?
He went with Overseer and Hark to Kashyyyk. That's a little risky. I mean,
that's not the play I expected.
Yeah. I mean, if you're Cal, I think you're okay with that, but...
Yeah, I think Cal's probably really okay. Yeah, he might have picked up a barrier with Ray if he didn't have the docking bay, or he didn't have a free alien to drop to go for the flip. A barrier would be a solid pickup. That feels like Daniel just did not have the hand he wanted and didn't see what he needed.
I would have been better. Like, I would like to have seen. Okay, there's the Avenger for Cal.
Death Squad. Yeah, there's Death Squadron assignments, so he's definitely at least representing that he's coming down with the ship, and he's activated.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's got enough to alert my Star Destroyer into some pain on Hark if Daniel doesn't have the barrier. I don't think Daniel can make that play without the barrier.
Yeah, agreed.
But like that would be that'd be so gutsy.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this: the Thrawn deck does only seem to run like maybe at most 3 starships, so it can be made, but it's not the optimal play.
Yeah, the risk reward on that feels real bad. Like if you don't have a way to stop it, the risk reward. Oh, Daniel throwing another Grimtash down. Oh no, he's stacking Grimtash. Okay. I was like, I didn't think Cal had that many cards in hand. So he stacked the Grimtash, which is fine. That's just the cancel immunity. And Cal's grabbing the site. So
Okay, there we go.
Cal flipped through a couple times. I wonder if he saw the matching pilot he was looking for to try and take the shot at it.
See, he's got a Piet. He's got the Vengeance in his deck as well. Unfortunately for him, the Vengeance doesn't have a matching pilot, so
Ozzel Virtual would have been the matching pilot for Vengeance, but if he ran non-V,
yeah,
Ozzel, he didn't shuffle his reserve yet, which tells me he's going back into it for something. He's just deciding what. And this is kind of an impactful decision. Because I think he's got to do something in space. Like, you don't want to leave Hark and the Overseer there just to drain you for 2, if you can avoid it. Mm-hmm. But, like, oh,
wow.
That's sort of
that filthy. Is spicy, and I like it.
I think he failed on the draw, though. Or did he?
No.
Because he flipped a 1.
No, that's Tarkin.
Oh, it was Tarkin? I thought it was Veers.
No, that was Tarkin.
Okay. Okay, if it was Tarkin, then yeah, he got it. And now I think you move in front of Hark.
Oh, yeah.
That was a spicy play.
Daniel might be asking for a judge or something here. Yeah.
Trying to figure out.
We do have a rules question going on.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer Chris Schoenthal was just on our player camera. Newly elected Hall of Famer. While we are in between our this little call to the judge, why don't we do a giveaway regarding? Let's give away some AI Dathomir Mall's Hut or Mall's locations to the first player in the chat who can tell me what the two top decks that were played yesterday in regards to numbers. So, what decks were the highest played?
And while we have people kind of sitting and thinking about that, we saw a rules question get called out. They went and grabbed Hall of Famer Chris Schoenthal. One of the ways, if you have rules questions that come up when you're playing live with your friends, thinking about what you want to do with games, we've got the advanced rulebook as a searchable PDF right on the StarWarsCCG.org website, and it's an awesome resource to just go in and look at stuff and figure out what you're looking at, figure out what you need to know. It is a spectacular way to know what you need to do.
You are okay, Ketwall. You are correct. You are technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. So you know what? Yeah, you know what? And that's another thing. I think Asamarnar, or I think that's Brad Reinhold. So we have actually 3 people who are technically correct, because the Skywalker saga, there was 5 different variants of it, including 3 of the Anakins and 2 Lukes.
Well, but Brad also played it as non-V Rops.
True.
So I think MHT's got it here as we see kind of what Daniel went and got the docking bay with the sight puller side of QMC, went and threw out Lando. I think he's going to use Lando right away. And yep, goes and gets Yaxkit. The question is, what does he have for sorry, Brad. What does he have to figure out a way to get a Hoojix, or flip to get a Hoojix? Like, I don't think he had any space.
Yeah. I mean, he went pretty. He's going very light with the characters down to Cloud City. That's again a little risky. Like, he's playing really risky right now.
Yeah, I mean, but Thrawn is going to struggle a little bit to interact on the ground in interior sites. Like, maybe they can come down with a dude or two, but like, the flip side is QMC can do a lot of shenanigans with moving guys around and getting into and out of battles that it's going to make difficult. And yeah, if he doesn't have a Hoojix in hand, I'm trying to figure out what he's going to do with Hark up there. Like, I almost think starting the battle. Okay, is he picking up there? Yep. So he must be trying to hope for an alternatives to fighting, maybe, or drawing into a Hoojix. Keeping 5 force. All right. So
Just went ahead and posted
things
these
interesting.
standings.
Oh, now he draws a couple more. So he's keeping 3, which is, telegraphing an alternatives to fighting, which is good and keeps him alive for a turn, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Without seeing his hand to know, like, if he didn't draw space, this could get to be this is already a weird QMC game. Like,
yeah,
it's, you don't usually see QMC not flipped. Like,
not after turn 2.
Those BB-8 sleeves are actually they were Fantasy Flight games. Now it's Asmodee art sleeves. They had a whole bunch of Star Wars character sleeves because they made the Star Wars LCG and Star Wars Destiny and a few other things. So some of those are still floating around. I think I've got a few sets of them. I don't know if I know I had BB-8, but I think I had a Leia and a Han too. They're pretty good, but they also come in packs of 50, which is one of those that's tough for a game that runs 60 card decks.
Okay, there's Tarkin's Bounty.
Yep.
On to Grand Admiral Thrawn. So looking at the standings really quick, we have 5 players who are at 12 victory points. I believe that gets them 6, and they're 6-1 at this point. And then we have 4 players who are at 10 victory points. I believe that's 5-2 at this point.
Dan, we're on round 9, so it's 6-2 and 5-3.
Okay, I can't do math, Bobby. Thank you.
That's, I was going to say, I thought we had a bunch of 4 and 2s at the end of yesterday, which was kind of, I mean, honestly, kind of crazy as far as how wide the meta is, seeing all these players beating each other up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no one who's just coming out and really owning a game
Yeah.
right here. So
The
Cal's
surprise,
hard
the
at
biggest
thought.
surprise to me though so far today is Batmouse is making a run. He's after the first 2 games, he's 2-0 today to go from he was sitting towards the bottom after yesterday, but now he's up to 8th place.
Well, I mean, he also might have bribed some people with leftovers.
Yes.
I
yes,
know
he did.
we talked to Joe yesterday, or we talked to Greg after his game, and very complimentary over Batmouse's. All right, so he's burying Darth Vader, which takes him out of alternatives to fighting range.
I think Vader would have been better off going against Lando there, though.
Well, Lando does stuff against Dark Jedi. I'm trying to remember.
Not Vader, though. Oh, and there's Mara Jade with lightsaber going against Lando. That's not good. Okay, now I like this play.
Okay, yeah. Cancel game tips of Dark Jedi except Vader. Okay, so Mara. Ooh, this is Daniel had that awkward start, and Cal is taking advantage of it.
Yeah,
masterfully. Like I'm.
Who is this, and what have they done with Cal Aldred?
Cal's was Cal's always been a good player. I'm just throwing price on the Chimera, which makes a lot of sense.
That's true, Catwall. He can react down to the site. Okay, so we do have looks like we have an initiation of a battle. There's a dodge.
Okay. Which is nice, but okay, so he dodges into Vader's sight, which
then we have fight up in space.
That's the one that's a little scarier.
Yeah, Daniel is going to get a Destiny to power with Hark, but Cal's getting 2 Destiny with Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah, like
Grand Moff Thrawn, sorry. And then what if a card is stacked onto the
he's canceling the no, he isn't. He didn't. He showed it. He must have forgotten it because he'd already started the battle at Kashyyyk, which Daniel played the no reverts card. So
Destiny
1 and takes it into hand with domination.
Yeah, and then he draws a 2 and a 4.
4, yeah.
So
he's at 6, 7, 8, 9.
And stack 18. A card onto the art card.
And that'll destroy the space.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I'm not sure.
The Overseer's not immune.
It is. It's less than 4.
No, it's not, because he drew a 4 and a 2.
Yeah, so it's not immune to what he drew. He's got to lose Hark in the Overseer, and that might come close to covering it.
Yeah.
So,
but he also still needs to stack a card on the art card.
Yep, he needs to stack an artwork card. Actually, he should have done that
before he lost.
As soon as the power differential was determined. So let's hold on before people get moved. Robbie signal activated. All right, there. Yep, Cal just got it. So stacks computer interface with that's a 3, isn't it? That's a bad number.
Yeah, that's a bad.
That's
3s and 4s are bad numbers.
That's unfortunate. Although we got the flip in there and just moved Mara over to.
Flip. He flips only in the deploy phase at the start of the deploy phase.
Okay, is that why he flipped it back? I just saw a.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Yeah, you flip during any deploy phase.
Yeah.
Launches the battle. So
I think he's actually got it flipped, which is potentially a problem. I'm trying to tell on the art if he's got it flipped or not.
He does.
Okay, so that should not be. It may not come into play, but he can't take a artwork card.
Yeah,
If Daniel battles him.
he can. It's any deploy phase, so he can do.
Oh yeah, he'll be able to do it during light side.
So, I mean, it doesn't matter per se, but just for correct gameplay, we want to make sure that it's there.
Yeah.
The other question is, did he grab a card with price? Because once a card's stacked there, he could actually grab a card with
I don't think he did. So.
Okay, he did.
Oh, he did? Okay. All right. Yeah, there was definitely some kind of loose playing on putting stuff in order there. And again, no space in Daniel's hand means he's not going to get to flip.
Yeah,
this turn, and I'll be honest, I don't see a path for Daniel here unless he's raying for a card and hoping. And it looked like that was another character. Yeah, no, definitely that's the card he needs, and he's in a tough spot. Yeah, well, that's what we were kind of talking about. He'll flip, but it's any deploy. So during light side's deploy, dark side could flip. So while it technically shouldn't have flipped, it doesn't actually impact anything.
Nope, he cancels Chewie's game text with Vader.
Yeah. So now he would flip, as he's going to come down with Din Djarin as well. And I mean, I'll give Daniel credit. He's definitely fighting here in a matchup that's definitely not gone his way so far.
Yeah. I mean, and the other thing is with this deck.
There's the towels as well.
Yeah, towel. I love it. With the Thrawn art collection, Daniel or Cal is going to be able to exclude a character because of the 3.
Yeah. But it is Daniel's choice who he excludes, so it's probably Lando. Unless you're doing something crazy, Lando would be my choice. So, because you want Rey for the +1 to the Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
You want Din for the retrieval. Chewie would be the other guy you could exclude just because his text is canceled.
Yeah, but that's a lot of power.
Yeah. And that would be the reason why you don't do it.
Yeah.
So. And he's got Watering Hole down, but I don't think he's got 5 species. He's got the Talls, he's got Chewie, he's got Yacht.
Yeah, he's only got 4.
Yeah, and Din. Because Lando doesn't have a species and Rey isn't an alien.
Okay, so he is excluding.
Yep. And I'm assuming he's picked Lando as well. So it's always fun when we can be like, hey, this is the move he should make, and then that's what they do. So it either means we're smart or everyone's learning.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there, MHT.
Yeah, I don't love it because it's Lando's 2 or 3 power. It's just not that impactful.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so he hits the Talls.
Yeah.
And
which you knew was going to happen.
Yes, and it looked like Din is targeting Vader. Okay, draws a 3 and a 3.
Which
is a 3.
Yeah, it was a 3 and a 3, so but that's enough just to kill Mara, and
And he draws
Cal drew a
another
1.
Vader. Well, no,
Yeah. Well, he drew a Mara first, took it into hand, and then drew another Vader. But since
yeah,
Cal's not flipped, he doesn't have any immunity.
correct.
So that 1 is killing something.
Yeah.
And I assume Cal just swung straight at the Talls and didn't, force his Talls text. So, he's losing the Mara because he took another one into hand.
Yeah.
So, Talls is gone.
Mara's gone.
Mara's gone. Now, who else is he losing?
Good question.
Looks like Chewie. Ooh. Although with Vader canceling text.
I mean, now you can cancel Din Djarin's text.
Yeah.
So it's either do you want to lose what's more important, the second Battle Destiny or the gun? I think the gun was more important.
I might have actually. Well, Lando was excluded. You couldn't lose Lando. I might have actually lost Rey there.
Yeah, and it looks like Cal is peeling.
Cal's peeling a couple to keep Vader alive, and that would be one more reason to keep Chewie there. Is you made him peel. That's good. Like you wanna.
Like I would have lost if you could have lost maybe Rey.
I mean, there is no immunity to cancel right now. MHT. QMC is still on the 0 side, so no one's got immunity. Like I don't think the exclusion wasn't great, although it did. I mean, especially since Cal ended up peeling a couple, it stopped him from peeling a couple more. So I don't think there was a need to do it, but it's not like it flips his objective back. He's going to get another. Yeah, he'll get another card stacked on there this turn when he drains, and then he'll add a card with price. And actually, with QMC still being on the 0 side, I almost think you drop Mara and then move Vader into the North Corridor.
And just start canceling those drains.
And start threatening to cancel those drains. Until Daniel can find a ship, there's not much there.
Yeah.
All right, I don't like that play, Cal. I think Cal... It's weird because the normal play against QMC, you can't go and start canceling drains. And
that's now with Mahdi, I kind of like it more because Mahdi has such high forfeit.
Yeah, Mahdi forfeits for 8, so maybe he's going into the fine. I'll battle you.
Yeah.
My guys forfeit for I forfeit for 8. Probably cancel Din's tax, so he's only drawing 1 destiny.
And then you hit, say, maybe Mara. And you have the potential of clearing out both of those characters.
He did not grab a card with price when he... Or did he? And I just didn't see it.
I mean, Cal's playing this game well, but he's making some mistakes.
Yeah. Cal got a real early, real good luck in terms of putting his foot on the throat of this game, and I think he's trying to keep it going, but he definitely is missing a few little things that would have helped. So looks like we got a swing. 4 and a 1. Does he wanna take the 1? Yep. To the character. So 4 and a 5. So he gets Rey, which is good. Like minimize the. She's the only one who has any immunity there, and it.
Okay.
The 6.
Okay. Now there's the wild card. Draws a
2, I think it is.
2. Yeah, I think Mazda 2.
Which becomes a 3 with Rey, but you don't care.
Yeah.
Mahdi
did what he needed to.
Yeah, and Cal drew a 6, which is good.
Yeah. I mean, Lando, I think, is 7.
Lando is a 6.
Okay.
In forfeit. So there wasn't any pluses.
By himself.
Which is fine. He's got the wild card now, so he can at least, Daniel can flip. He can try and stabilize. I mean, you throw the wild card down with a pilot, and then you move it. You force Cal to have a barrier.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
Cal moving in there, I think
Yeah.
he's, saying, all right, if you want to go for this flip, like it's just a drain of 1
Yeah.
for Din, and
battle plan's on the table.
yeah,
And that's a drain of 2 there for Cal. I mean,
yeah,
Cal's sitting in the driver's seat at this point.
Cal is definitely where he needs to be. It's just a matter of, is he close enough? I mean,
14.
Daniel just activated most of his deck, but
Yeah, he activated, looked like 14. Okay,
so there's wild card for the flip.
Yep.
Now he should pull a card before he does anything.
Yeah.
I see him looking at his hand, but don't deploy anything till you pull a card. There we go.
No,
never mind. He's going Last
Luke?
Jedi Luke, which is cute because it'll get him to the free move in front of Vader and Mara if he wants to do that. I think he got too excited there. He was ready to resub at the to just start trying to create some pressure. Like that's all he can do right now.
He's something. He needs to do something.
I don't like that
card, but I don't like this.
Unless he's sitting on an alternatives.
No, I didn't see one.
Neither did I. But
I saw a barrier, but
because he's got no pilot on the wild card. Like if he's sitting on an alternatives, fine. And now he's finally keeping, which is good. But he gave up 7 cards worth of finding an answer that he could have used more. So he's grabbed something. It gives him 4 force to play with.
Lobot.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Lobot to the docking bay. And I think he might be saying, I got to spread out. I got to have a shot. Yeah, I mean, he's got to come in at Bespin, but I don't think he can.
Yeah.
And I don't
like here is, I mean,
sitting alone.
Yeah, but it's a non-battleground. I don't think Thrawn runs any spies.
They might have a Sard. That'd be about the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's more. I would like to see some defense with Din, because Din alone is not drawing a battle destiny.
Neither is Lobot.
Yeah, but Lobot reacts a guy. Lobot gets a guy from reserve as a react. So, Lobot actually goes and gets a guy.
Okay. There's Blizzard 1.
Blizzard 1. Ooh. That's getting spicy with Veers.
Yeah.
We know he had tramples. So this could get...
This could be very bad. And Daniel has the force he has a barrier in his hand, but with it being grabbed, that would get him out of being able to play the alternatives to fighting if he has it in his hand.
And I think he's got to have the alternatives. There's no way he makes that play at Bespin without it.
Yeah.
So it's more a question of, he's got a Hujix in hand, but the Hujix does nothing to keep the Hujix keeps Lobot from it being a complete blowout.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's starting a battle, looks like at Bespin.
And I wouldn't mind seeing a battle against Luke.
I think it depends on how many cards he's got in reserve. He might not have enough to survive Luke's forced redraw.
Yeah.
If he's got enough to handle Luke causing the redraw, I wouldn't mind a battle against Luke, simply because you are going to outpower him.
Exactly. It's 11-4 right now in terms of power, and he could take a 5 off of the art card to add 3 more, making it 14-4.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't hate the battle against Luke. I think he's in a good position to do a bunch of impactful battles here. It's really a matter of, okay, so here's the alternatives to fighting. Yep. So he did have one.
And
Now, we know some Thrawn decks have run Sense. Oh, nope, he's not worried about it. He's battling. So, I don't think Daniel's got anyone he can react with for free there. But Lobot and Yoxkid are the guys that deploy for free, and they're both on table.
Calfal Syndros.
Calfal, who doesn't add a battle, that doesn't get him to 4 ability, so isn't super impactful. And technically, he gets Lando for free, but I don't think he's running 2 Landos.
Yeah.
So he's just losing and Hujixing the...
And Cal doesn't draw Destiny. I like that.
I think that was to keep the 2 Destiny in his reserve for the battle against Luke.
Yeah.
Because he thought the same thing we were talking about, where you need to be able to save one for the forced redraw. Because you want to overpower.
And he uses the Hojix there too.
He had to. I mean, it was 10 to
2.
10 to 2. So it would have been Lobot and 3 otherwise.
Yeah.
And he might think he can handle Luke a little bit better, although, yeah, that's going to be power 11 to
4.
11 to 4, because Mara's +1 if Luke's on table, isn't he? Or no.
Yeah.
Yeah, power +1 if Luke's on table. And she moves for free.
Yeah.
Which I think he actually paid to move her. Oh, Luke wasn't on table last turn.
Yeah.
That's right. So.
Okay, Cal's doing I think he's doing some math here.
He's canceling immunity.
He's canceling the immunity. Oh my gosh, that's even better.
I think that's better. Like the power overflow. So you're 11 to Luke's.
It's 11 to Luke's 4. I mean...
Well, Luke's 5.
Oh, Luke's 5? Okay.
And
so it's 11
Luke forfeits for 8.
Draws a 4 and a 1 for Weapon Destiny, so that's not going to hit Luke.
Yeah,
but
and
you're
Luke,
just getting rid of him. I mean, yeah, you're losing Mara, but you're okay with that.
You'll happily lose Mara for that. What is he?
Oh, he's bringing in Yoxkit after the weapon swing. I like
pathing Yoxkit in. All right. Or
he's
Din. Oh.
So we can get 2 Destiny. But he cancels the Destiny.
Yeah, he's going to cancel Din's.
Yeah.
It's really just to keep Luke alive.
Yeah.
On the Battle Destiny. Which, honestly,
There's a 5. There's a redraw.
I don't necessarily love the... Like... I'm not entirely sure you wouldn't rather have Din sitting at the protected drain and just lose Luke.
And the other thing about Din is he's an alien for Ancient Watering Hole.
Yeah, I don't love that play.
I don't like it either.
So because he would have had Luke he just forfeited Luke and covered, and he's fine with that. There's nothing Thrawn's doing that requires Luke in play, and nothing for QMC that is better for having Luke in play.
Yeah.
Like, Brad, playing from behind can be brutal, and he's definitely scrambling to figure stuff out. And, when we're talking about these plays, a lot of it is also for the viewers, not including MHT and Justin, who might be a smidge better than Dan and I, but the viewers who are trying to think through like different plays and discuss lines of play. Like, Dan and I aren't here just to look pretty and tell you what's going on. It's to tell you the thought processes and things so you can take this into your games on GEMP or in real life and think of different lines to play and different things to do.
Like, for example, I mean, we have GEMP coming. The OCS is about to come up very soon. So we definitely are looking to give players the best options they can when they're ready to play their OCS games.
For sure. This is... Oh, yeah. No, it's... Viewers should be aware, like, we're not... Nothing we're saying here when we're saying, hey, we don't love this decision is a dig on the players. Like, they're both playing in the tournament right now and playing well and having to make these decisions, and it's definitely a lot harder to make those decisions in person than it is with no pressure on you commentating.
I didn't know Robbie Hendon made the Hall of Fame.
I think Robbie's maybe trying to tweak me just a little bit, as I may have said some things about how, even though Chris is a Hall of Fame advocate and did an infinitely better job than I did as tournament advocate at the time, when I was there, and he's really taken the role and improved it amazingly. It's, I still believe that I should be Robbie's favorite tournament advocate, just for the amount of dealing with him on the forums I had to do as a mod back in the day, before all of us kind of calmed down and handle things. And, Kentwell, you're 100% right. We have a little bit different information because we're seeing people's hands a little bit.
Yep, and there's we got Elris Medak and Dash Rendar, and it looks like
Chewy?
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar, okay. Which gets him Watering Hole.
It does get him Watering Hole. But I mean, with Thrawn getting multiple
Thrawn's
Destiny,
drawing too, though, and like you'll get Watering Hole set up to get a 5 off there, and or get a Destiny +1. But like, what are you? Nita?
Oh, yep, Sand is out. You're right.
Okay. Am I just not seeing Sand? Or there it is.
Yeah,
it's
all the way over there on the side.
Okay, so then it's 1-1, and he's drawing at the wild card makes it +2. Like, you'll cost him Nita probably, or or Ozzel.
Well, no,
actually,
it's weird because Price is up there, so you can't lose her if you lose the fight.
I don't think you're losing that fight though. Like, so the Chimera is
it's plus the total battle destiny is +3.
Yeah,
+2 Pluton on the wild card, plus the ancient Watering Hole. So yes, Yoda is gone.
Yeah, so you've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus Battle Destiny to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 plus Destiny, and he could always Thrawn the 5.
Oh, you're right.
Flip his objective back, but he's going to win that battle.
Yeah, and you're right. Brad, it only works if she's present. She's not present up there, so you could lose her and Ozzel here.
Yeah, I think you just lose her because he drew a total of 7.
Mm-hmm.
Her forfeit's not that high. The forfeit's
she's building 3.
Oh yeah, then. So she forfeits for 8, and you just
you just forfeit her.
Yeah, especially since Cal hasn't used her when he stacked an art card.
Yeah, no.
I don't think he stacks there though. I think they may have tied on the battle.
Yeah,
or he might have actually lost by 1. Daniel's looking a little tight on cards though.
I think he stabilized a little bit. Cal's going to be bringing 1 here, at least.
Yeah, I mean he'll cancel 1.
But we know that Cal has the Avenger in his hand.
Yeah,
that's a lot of power.
But we also know he dropped that. He pulled that 1. I think it was the Vengeance he flipped for the Battle Destiny.
Yeah,
which makes it a little bit harder to. He's got to figure out something.
Okay, there goes a 4 off the top and a 2. Saves 3, so this tells me he's got another
alternatives. Probably.
I'm thinking Barrier.
Could be. I mean,
the only person that I know plays 2 alternatives in their QMC is Sam Tashima.
Looks like he's thrown another pilot on the Chimera.
Yeah, I like the extra pilot, and there's the Avenger.
There's the Avenger.
Yep. There's 3
And there's 3 for the barrier.
Yep.
I'm not sure, like, unless he... Is he going to throw the free Pelinon on Chimera? Yep.
And it looks like Piet is up there.
And there's Nita as well. He is... He's
a lot
going
of power up there.
all in on the power, and I think he also
Yeah.
wants to force a card stack too. Like,
Yeah. And the other thing is, it's going to get that last card off of sand.
Yep.
And then you're back to getting 2 Destiny up there because Yoda's in the lost pile.
yeah, and he is.
And the only thing is
adding
now
the
this
3.
this does flip Cal back. I believe it's after the battle. Or yeah, it doesn't matter. He still gets the +3 to the power.
Yeah, he still gets the 3.
Yep, there's the card off of sand.
Yeah. And flip if they're not on table or except during battle. No artwork cards on table.
Yeah,
so
so
it'll flip at
he's
the end
still
of the
on the
battle.
7 side, and then after the battle, he flips to the 0.
He'll flip to the 0, although I don't think he will flip because he's going to win the battle and force a stack.
Yeah.
And that happens before the battle ends.
Yep.
And so I don't think he'll flip back. I think this is going to get him the...
See Joe Olsen walking around right now.
Well, I mean, Joe's got his,
And he stacks Maz.
Yeah, which is a 2, which is fine. But he did...
But that would
He
get rid of
cracked
like the
wild cards immunity, though. He already cracked
Yeah.
wild cards immunity. The 5...
Yeah.
He drew a 5 for Destiny there, so... I mean, I think it's got to be Chewie or...
Well, it's Chewie's not up there.
Wasn't... Or Ellers or... Yeah.
I think
Ellers
it's
or Dash has got to go away.
Or no, it's
Yeah.
not Chewie. It's not Jar Jar. It's Rio Durant.
Okay.
So.
Oh, so then he's getting another +1. So yeah, he's losing a pilot, and it's just which guy is he forfeiting for $500,000? So that 2 might be a little impactful just to cancel the immunity up there. I'm not sure it's hugely impactful. He's losing. It's like. Or is that Solo he's got on there?
It
It was
Solo.
Ellers and Solo. It wasn't Dash. Okay. So then he could have, if he wouldn't have buried, he could have alternatives from Lost
Yeah.
with Solo. I don't think he saw all those pilots coming. Or I think that would have been his play. I think he thought that could have done that.
Because Cal led off with, I think it was Pelion first, and then he just dropped the Avenger, and then it was just like pilot.
Yep.
And yeah, wow.
Cal baited out the barrier perfectly.
Yeah.
There was not much. I don't think Daniel made a mistake there. That's just there wasn't much he could do. So Daniel's going to try and. Daniel's only got 13 cards left. Looks like so he's going to path. Yucks get over to get the drain.
It's going to retrieve him 3.
Yep.
You're not wrong, Carl.
Yeah, I mean, so Carl's now watching this. I'm busy commentating, so I can't see how bad the Bengals are losing already. But did it go that far south? You turned it off already, Carl?
Yeah, I could see that. Like, Carl got just so
like-
frustrated that he had to turn off the Bengals game.
Allen to Diggs. Oh, it's halftime. Okay, 17-7 is not too bad.
No,
Or is it 17-7?
it's 17-7 Bengals.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm not.
That's why we had to. Hence why we had to hear Carl say that obnoxious line. Yeah.
That's which is really just a stolen, because the Saints had the Houdat, and
Mm-hmm.
the Bengals couldn't even come up with a unique phrase. They just sort of co-opted what the Saints yelled, and
Yeah.
maybe because New Orleans is just an infinitely more fun city, having spent time in both New Orleans and Cincinnati.
Yeah, I agree. So
So
I would not mind seeing Cal ship Doc a little bit and then move somebody to Kashyyyk to get in some more damage.
yeah, I mean, I think. Well, I mean, we've got Daniel's turn going on. Daniel's got to figure out what he's doing because I'm not sure he can stay at. Well, I guess he can. He's got the alternatives for one more turn.
Yeah.
He's got to come up with something here, though, to keep going. But yeah, I think long term, Cal's going to start a battle. It's going to get alternatives.
Okay,
So he
Milos.
throws Melas on there to get a little more forfeit.
Forfeit
But-
+1 to the total battle. And
Yeah.
he's a species, so he's sitting at 4 right now.
Yep, it's Melas would be way better if he had another guy.
Yeah.
As well. So
Well, Milos would also be better in Watch Your Step because then you'd be getting 2 Destiny up there.
yeah, but I mean, Watch Your Step's probably not playing all those Cloud City sites. It'd be an interesting deck.
I don't know. I mean, I could see Werfs playing all the Cloud City locations plus Watch Your Step.
Let's not build on what Werfs can play because Werfs builds crazy decks sometimes. I love the guy, but he likes to go. He likes to go outside the box sometimes, and that's awesome. But it definitely adds a degree of difficulty to figuring out what he's doing. So
Yeah.
it's
Runs away with Lee Sub.
yeah, which I think you have
Yoxkit.
to.
Yoxkit moves
Yoxkit
over.
takes the free move back. I don't
think you can because of Path. Can you?
Path is relocation. It's not a regular move.
Okay.
So you can always, having played my share of QMC, you can path and then move.
Yeah. I agree, Ketwall. Like Masterful Move combo would have been good today, just because with everybody, like QMC was the most popular deck yesterday.
And they might be packing it and just not finding it.
Yeah.
Like we saw Cal spin a Image of the Dark Lord for Battle Destiny, which tells me he probably is running a Masterful combo. It's just a matter of finding it.
Okay.
He throws down Blizzard 4 to start trying to crank out some damage.
Yeah, to the 2-2 site.
Does
I like that.
not get no guys though.
That's fine. I don't think you need it.
Cal's also running a little low on force, it looks like.
Cal has a lot of cards on the table.
Yeah. Which is great,
Right.
but you can't lose those to drains. So Cal's
I mean, I can see Vader just stationing around Lee Sub at this point.
yeah, and I think
Walking
that's
that
what you're
drain.
gonna see happen is and here's the battle at Bespin and the alternatives from Lost with Solo.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen the Watcher Step Shield just to make him use an extra force for it.
Yeah, I mean he's got 2 shield pulls out there. Like he hasn't.
Yeah.
So he just picked some up. He did not spread to Kashyyyk at all.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen just like even if you would have put the Avenger by itself, I would have been fine with just that. I mean, yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think the Avenger by itself, or maybe move one pilot just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he just said, nope, I'm going to draw up and find my Masterful Move combo and hope. So
Daniel will retrieve. He retrieves Calfal and looks like a Don't Tread on Me.
and Pain 2 to
Okay.
throw down Leia. Okay.
Leia helps.
And 3, are we going to get... are we getting another alien? Are we going to get Watering Hole back in play? We are. Twaska in front of Vader. Without the alternatives, though, I think you gotta run and give up Celebration.
Yeah.
Like that just feels. That's a feels bad spot, but I think you've gotta.
I would have rather seen the fact that he's got Leia out. I mean, and Luke is holding up the North Corridor. You could almost have put Twas Ka up in space for a little bit of extra forfeit value, and then you're canceling all those drains on Bespin.
I don't think you want to be putting anyone for forfeit value on the wild card right now because you don't want to be battling with the wild card.
Leia can't cancel drains.
Tarkin's bounty.
Oh, right. Now I'm embarrassed.
Honestly, I forgot about it too, but I would have reckoned. It wasn't coming into play yet.
Even out on the table. No,
Yeah,
I
he
forgot.
used it
It was
super
more
early.
on the fact that I forgot it was even on the table. Okay. Figuring Dan coming down.
Yeah, Leia may not cancel force drains where you have an Imperial. Yeah, so that's gonna keep him there. He's got figuring on top of Vader, and then just trying to figure out what all they're doing here. Okay.
Looks like we have
figuring to recirculate. Yep, figuring and recirculate. Yeah. And then fighting against Vader because figuring 6 forfeit covers the covers whatever Vader draws.
Bill doesn't forget the cards that he creates because nobody really plays them outside of Lord Sidious.
Yeah. So, I mean, Dan just forgot the card was there because it's, that stack at Bespin is so deep. So it looks like Cal drew a 1 for Battle Destiny there, which actually means everybody lives.
Yeah, all those
they get the immune to less than 4.
Draws a Yoxkit.
And Yoxkit uses the Yoxkit. So, and then draws another 3 anyways. So,
yeah.
Vader's immune. Well, it's a 4, but so Vader's immune. Is he just peeling a couple? Yep. It's like just. Oh no, Vader drew a
4. Oh, Cal draws a 4 for Destiny.
Okay, what was that 1 he drew?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that 1 was because Daniel initiated, so he should have been able to. Maybe it was the Twas Ka. I don't know. No.
No, Twas was just picked. Oh, he might have Lee subbed him.
Lee sub.
Yep. Okay.
Well, Lee sub's only in the control phase, though.
Yeah, they've been a little loose with phases.
Yeah.
So.
And there goes Lee
losing sub. Lee sub. So he keeps Watering Hole in effect. And that keeps Figurin as a retrieval as well if he lives that long.
Yeah.
So, but
Joe's pointing out something. Phil's looking around. And now we have Robbie, and we got a quite.
All right, something happened. As we see Chris in a. What are we? Well, I think it's. Oh yeah, Watering Hole makes the aliens forfeitless ones, so the 4 will still cover. What are we?
Were there 2 Yoxkits on the table?
No, he took one into hand.
Okay.
With Yoxkit. Yoxkit, when you draw an alien, you cancel and redraw.
Yeah.
I don't know what all they're looking at here.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Or did they go to time?
So, yeah. Don't think they went to time.
I don't know. I mean, we just saw the hand get dropped out.
Cal being cocky?
I mean, that doesn't strike me as Cal's MO, especially because, honestly, at this point, the game's a lot closer than Cal thinks. That's what we were wondering, Ketwall, is if this went to time. If only Robbie was listening to tell us.
We have a handshake.
There's a handshake. I think it might have been a timed win. I'm not sure who.
It was time when Daniel.
Daniel got the timed win. Okay, wow. That was
That was a
13-12.
comeback of the ages.
I had lateral damage overflow next turn.
okay. That was really impressive by Daniel. The fact that he was able to pull that out. It went to time, so I wouldn't mind a quick word with Daniel if that's possible. But
yeah,
I understand with it going to time, that might be they might be wanting to keep things running as quick as possible. That was an impressive. Whatever happened, that was impressive. That was
I don't know what happened. I lost track halfway through. All I know was there were Star Wars cards on the table. People were playing stuff, but
yeah, that's crazy. So that was an outstandingly played game by Daniel to pull that out, because that was nothing went the way he wanted to there. But it looks like they're wrapping it up quick, so
yeah, it looks like
to get the next game going
soon. Think of it like in the last 2 days, Daniel Amor has played 2 really good games for himself on stream. First one against Brian Fred, and then we had this one against Cal Aldred.
And I'll be honest, this one was way more impressive to me than Brian. Like the game against Brian, he played really well, but I think you and I both, we were both discussing at the time that he, I think, could have played it better. He didn't go to Milwaukee early. He left that going for a while, where I think he might have been able to break that one out by more. Mm-hmm. This one, his deck abandoned him.
And what really changed the play of the game was when he had the Oxget on the table and was able to cancel and redraw a Destiny to get with the wild card.
Yeah, because I think that might have been his only other ship.
Yeah,
and without a way to go grab it, if you can't flip QMC, you're not going to win.
Yeah,
because QMC also caps your drains while you're on the 0 side. So even if he had got Watering Hole in effect, it doesn't help him. That was a insanely strong win. So I was good. Daniel
impressed.
Daniel played it outstanding. He definitely played that one as well as he could have. And so do we have
well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with our last game before the finals. That's it. We have 1 game left, everybody.
This is getting close. All right. Well, I will see you back in a couple minutes.
Sounds good. You said it was Greg and
I think he said Greg and Phil. I'm just eating an apple real quick.
Yeah. What we got? Deck types. Greg, no idea versus Phil playing agents. Ooh, that's going to be a rough one for Greg. Yeah, let's do it.